it's normal to feel worried sometimes. It's a part of growing up, and there might be lots of reasons why you're feeling worried or anxious. You might be starting a new school. You might be having problems with your friends. You might have lost a relative or somebody close to you. Or you might have moved to a new house or a new town. And feeling worried might affect the way that you think and the way that you feel, and even how your body feels. There are lots of strategies that might help you if you're feeling worried or anxious, like taking a deep breath, listening to calming music, and talking to an adult. When I'm feeling anxious, I like to do things that help me to calm down, like drawing, painting, and making different things. This is different for everybody, but if you, like me, enjoy arts and crafts, then getting stuck into making something might help you feel better and ease your anxiety. I remember when I moved up from primary school to secondary school that I felt very anxious about fitting in. I worried about if I was too different, if the things that I really enjoyed were cool enough, and even how I looked to other people. But I learnt, like everyone else, that I am unique, and there's only one of me, and that is a good thing. But it can be very worrying to feel out of place. So today, I'm going to be making a mini journal, a bit like this. Making things helps me to calm down, and if I feel worried, then I can write how I'm feeling in my mini journal. I can even write about the things that I enjoy, the things I like about myself, and even anything interesting that I've done. For your mini journal, you will need a piece of card or paper. I'll be using a piece of A4 card for today, but you could use a piece of paper. You could even use some thicker card or some coloured card. If you want as well, you could use a piece of paper that is specially designed for painting on. Some of these cards are a little bit thicker than the card that I'll be using today, but that's okay. It just might be slightly harder to fold. You could also use a piece of A3 paper or card to make a slightly bigger mini journal. You'll also need a pair of scissors, and then you'll need whatever you want to decorate your mini journal with. So that could be pencils, pens, markers. It could even be paints or watercolours. You could also use washi tape, and then you might want a pen to be able to write into your mini journal. So first we'll start off with a piece of paper or card. I'm going to choose a white piece of paper, but you could choose a different colour paper, and it also doesn't matter if you're using A4 or A3 because the same technique will work for both. And then we're going to fold it by putting the two longest edges together like this. So long edge, bring them together like this. And we'll push down to make a crease. This might be a little bit harder if you're using card, but it shouldn't be too difficult. Just keep at it. Then with the paper or card still folded, we're going to fold it again, but this time we're going to be putting the two shorter edges together. Then we'll do that again, so the two shorter edges. I'm having to push down very hard to make sure that that folds nicely. Okay, so then we need to unfold all of the folds again, so it looks like a single piece of paper again, but as you can see now, we have some creases. So then we want to fold our paper or card with the two short edges touching. This is a little bit easier as we've already done a big fold. Then we're going to take our scissors and we're going to cut along the middle crease, but it is where the paper is folded. So we're going to cut those crease, not this crease here where the two edges are meeting. We're doing it on that fold, and as you can see, we're just going to follow that crease until we get to where the creases sort of all meet together here. So we're not going to go beyond that, we're just going to go up to this middle bit here. Okay. Then we'll unfold it again. And now our piece of paper sort of looks like it has a bit of a mouth. Hello. So we're going to fold it again. It's a little bit more complicated, but you should be able to see. So we're going to sort of fold it so those two longest edges meet. But as you can see, we've got a bit of a gap here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to push on this end and also push on this end at the same time. And as you can see, it sort of makes a bit of a square in the middle. So then we're going to keep on pushing until those edges all meet together. And then we're going to keep on folding everything over until we have a little book that looks a little bit like this. So there we go. We now have a journal that has a cover. Yep, that has a cover. And then it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages. And then it has a little back cover like this. And we could use our mini journal just like this. So we could paint on the cover. We could start writing things down in these pages. Some people like to unfold their journal out so that they can either write or draw pictures when the paper is flat. This is absolutely up to you. If you were going to do it that way, let me just fold everything back. Then what might be really useful is if you write the page numbers. So I'm going to turn around. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we've got our back cover, which I'm going to put just a little star there. This, I'll put a little C for cover. You could do a tester one with paper, so that you can see, if I unfold this, that maybe you can see that actually all the pages are maybe in slightly different places than you thought. So we have got 1 and 2 down here, 3 and 4 here, 5 and 6 here, and then we've got the back cover and the front cover. But otherwise, you can just fold. Oh, actually, got to think about this. You have to make sure that you fold everything back in the right way. It might be a little bit tricky. So I'm going to write, if I show you, page number 1, I'm going to write hello. And so then when I fold everything back, oh, hang on. You got to have a little think about which way it goes, because at the moment I'm getting 4 on the outer, so there is a way of doing it. So let's have a look. So let's do that, put together, and then I want to fold everything that way because I can see C is my front cover, and there we go. So when I go to page 1, hello, there we go. So here are some examples of the covers that I've made. So this one I used felt tips, and then I used watercolours on these ones. I used some special watercolour paper for this one, but you don't need to use that because this is just normal card and this is just normal paper. But it's absolutely up to you, and the cover could be whatever you want it to be. And it could show something that maybe you're writing in your journal. So, for example, if I wanted to do a little journal about nature, I could use this one because I've drawn this lovely tree on it. If I wanted to write down about how I'm feeling, maybe I would use this little sunshine with the blue sky and the clouds. And this one could be about all the things that I like about myself, or maybe that I like about my friends, to remind me of all the qualities that I like in myself and in other people. And now I'll quickly just show you what it looks like when you use an A3 piece of paper. And there we go. It's just like these mini journals, just a little bit bigger. I hope that you've enjoyed making your mini journal today and it's helped you feel calm and relaxed. And if you were feeling anxious, I hope that it has helped in a little way in managing your worries.